resistors in parallel add differently than resistors in series. And so here's a circuit that has resistors in parallel. The resistors in parallel share the same voltage. So this wire, a wire is always considered to be exactly at the same voltage all the way around. And so the wire on the top here, that is all at the same voltage. That is all at the same voltage, which is the same as the minus side. And this is all at the same voltage, same as the plus side. And so the resistors in parallel share the same voltage. And so resistors in parallel add differently. They actually add inversely. And one of the things you guys are going to do, I'm warning you, you're just going to do, you're going to have some resistors, you're going to add them all up, you're going to have a small number, and you're going to forget that what you've actually calculated is 1 over the resistance, and at the end, you have to invert it. Okay? And so, you're going to just forget. I know, it happens. When you see that, go, oh, that's what I did. Go back, rework the problem. Here you go. These same resistors we had in series that added up to 21 ohms. In parallel, that's 1 over 3 plus 1 over 10 plus 1 over 8. That ends up being 0.558. Well, you have to invert that to get back where you're supposed to be. It's actually 1.79. Now, here's something because of the way these add, the final resistance will always be less than the smallest resistor in the set. So if you get a number here that's larger than any of these numbers, you did something wrong. You know it has to be smaller because of the way they add. Um, and why is this? Well, it's really a matter of current flowing through series resistors in parallel has options. And the more options it has, the more current that can flow, right? The lower the total resistance. Another way to think about it is really this. You have the same voltage from here to here in both cases. For all three resistors, right? So the current here, that current, the 3 ohm current, right? I'll call it I3 for the 3 ohms, is going to be V over 3 ohms. That's I3. I10. I10 is going to be what? That's going to be V over 10 ohms. I8. I8 is going to be what? I8 is going to be V over 8 ohms. And so if you look at this, what is this current, I? The total current is just going to be I3 plus I10 plus I8. So when you add this plus that plus that, you've got V onto 1 over 3 ohms plus 1 over 10 ohms plus 1 over 8 ohms. You've got this right there. And so that's why, and it's V over R is your total current. That's why the resistors add the way they do in parallel. All right, next we'll talk about safety.